Reserve studies are basically looking into the future for condominium associations, and it protects the capital assets of the community.
The reason why a reserve study is important is because it's preparing for the eventual, I'll call it capital replacement and major renovations necessary. The most common feature requiring a reserve study are roofs and roads and painting along those lines.
Reserve studies really helps as far as budgeting. And the process that boards use is when they begin their budget process, they go to that reserve study, review what is deemed necessary for that year. That is worked into the budget with the operating budget. So now you have your reserve improvements that need to be done plus your operating budget.
Operating expenses are usually the same year to year, and they're very predictable. It's what you pay for insurance, what you pay for management and administration, the people who keep the books, the lawn care service, and it might go up 3% a year for inflation. And you need to count on that because that might mean that your fees would also go up at least 3%. But on the other side are the major repair and replacement expenses like siding, like roofing, a huge paint job. Those, one year you might have no expenses, and the next year it might be $1 million. So that's why you need to have money in the bank and be prepared and at least know when it's going to hit.
If you have community with a reserve study done, a well-funded, well-managed community, it's possible that you would never have an assessment.
It's like a cost accountant in a manufacturing plant. How will you know what to charge for the product that you manufacture unless you have a cost accountant say, here's our component cost and here's what it will need to cost. Otherwise, it's as crazy as manufacturing a product at a corporation and saying, well, let's just guess about a price. You can't. And at most associations, they start out with often the developer pulling a monthly fee out of the air, and it's just a guess. And usually it's on the low side.